This episode of ETC is brought to you by the Baka Chronicles and Go90.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weekly Weird News.
Why aren't you clapping? Come on.
Weird.
Come on, give it to me. Yeah. As the governments of the world try their damnedest to figure out how to deal with terrorism, specifically ISIS, what can everyday folks like you and me do? The answer is dank memes. And the internet's dank meme capital, 4chan, is going in memes blazing.
It started on 4chan's S4S board with one anonymous user posting the image with the caption, quote, "How about castrating the image of IS by replacing the faces of all their propaganda with photos of bath ducks?" From there, a meme was born.
They call it Allahu Quackbar, a take on the Allahu Akbar that people shout before they do terrible things.
Or anything.
And, well, yeah, seems pretty common phrase. Anyway, like every great meme originating from 4chan, it quickly spread to Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, and so on, probably Pinterest, spawning all sorts of glorious images of terrifying ISIS members reduced to cartoonish bath ducks in military gear, often holding bath and toilet brushes for some reason.
Yeah. ISIS has used the internet and social media as a recruiting tool for years now. And a big reason they appeal to some desperate people is that they've gone out of their way to make themselves look badass in the eyes of misguided Muslim youths. Replacing their heads with rubber ducks isn't gonna stop ISIS, but it's certainly gonna mess with their Google image search results.
Ah!
Yeah. Like their whole like all the videos they edit and stuff like that, they're made to look like action movies.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's pretty crazy. They also have a magazine.
Do they?
Yep. They have an official magazine. They're also pretty damn whiny for a group of supposed warriors, so if anything, seeing their glorious propaganda photos vandalized like this will really ruffle their feathers.
Oh.
Get it? Bird reference.
Ducks have a corkscrew penis, right? Or no, it like goes in and sticks.
They got a weird dick.
And it like, cause it sticks inside the thing, inside the duck vagina.
Duck sex is weird. Don't look it up. Look it up. In other silly ISIS news though, the hacking group Ghost Sec, who splintered off from Anonymous a while back to focus exclusively on eliminating the online presence of terrorist groups, recently took down an ISIS site on the dark web and replaced it with this.
An ad for CoinRx, an online dark web Bitcoin pharmacy offering prescription drugs like Prozac and Viagra without a prescription. And the message says, "Too much ISIS, enhance your calm. Too many people are into this ISIS stuff. Please gaze upon this lovely ad so we can upgrade your infrastructure to give you ISIS content you all so desperately crave." So again, not gonna stop ISIS, but probably gonna piss them off pretty bad. And good thing there's Prozac just for that occasion.
Yeah. Oh, Prozac. Oh, I can get a boner again with Viagra. Sweet.
Nothing like being calm with a raging heart on.
Yeah. Speaking of absurd, unorthodox approaches to stopping ISIS, presidential candidate Vermin Supreme was recently asked what he would do if elected in 2016, and he replied, "Lots of ponies. Pony bombs, pony drones, pony tanks, pony troops, hoofs on the ground, boots on the head."
That's because Vermin Supreme, who, yes, wears a boot on his head, has built his whole campaign platform around ponies. He's promising that if elected, he'll give everyone a free pony.
Ooh!
Now, as he was filing his campaign paperwork in New Hampshire, he told his supporters,
"The pony-based economy is truly the most important issue in America today. Fossil fuels are literally killing the planet, and today we can stop that. We don't need no more cars. We have ponies. And when we have ponies, my friends, we are going to have a beautiful time."
Now, Vermin Supreme has been running for various political offices since 1987, and his other political platforms have included zombie invasion preparedness, dental hygiene, and going back in time to kill Hitler, hopefully not as a child like Jeb Bush wants to do.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah. He describes himself as, quote, "the tyrant you can trust." So we eagerly await the rest of his campaign. Can't be worse than Trump.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't stump the Trump.
You can't stump him.
But you could dump the Trump.
Yeah, well, we'll see if people do. Speaking of absurdity, though, the hip-hop group The Wu-Tang Clan, comprised of artists like The RZA, The GZA, Method Man, Ghostface Killah, and so many more, recently released their new double album, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. But you'll probably never hear it because it's very limited edition. In fact, there's only one of it in existence, and it's encased in silver like some sort of hip-hop Ark of the Covenant.
After several months of being up for auction, it's finally been sold to an anonymous collector in the US for an unspecified cost that the auction house is describing as, quote, "in the millions," making it the most expensive piece of music ever sold. It's a great idea, like, hey, all the money that we would have made before MP3 downloads existed or torrents existed, let's just do it all in one shot.
Give it to one person.
Yep, there you go.
You got it. It was actually auctioned off back in May on the online auction house Paddle 8, but Wu-Tang and the buyer have only now fully agreed on the terms of the sale, and those terms say that the album may not be released commercially by the buyer until the year 2103, though it can be released for free or played at listening parties in the meantime.
A lot of stipulation.
Anyway, if you did just drop a couple $1 million on a Wu-Tang record, literally only you have, are you really just gonna rip that thing and put it on the internet? You're probably gonna wanna keep it to yourself for a while and bask in the knowledge that you're rich enough to do something that ridiculous.
But speaking of ridiculous and questionable uses of money, meet Pixie Fox, a woman who has spent $120,000 on surgeries to turn herself into essentially a human Barbie doll. I mean, it's up to you to if you believe that is what Barbie would look like in real life. She's had just about every cosmetic surgery that you can think of. We're talking boob jobs, we're talking nose jobs, we're talking butt jobs, permanent makeup, which I just learned was a thing, and liposuction. And there's a little bit more.
Yeah, now she's really going all in on the Jessica Rabbit look by having 6 of her lower ribs removed to give her a freakishly skinny waist. The excellent online news source Barcroft TV recently followed her along the whole process and gave us a great inside look into the specific kind of crazy that's going on here.
First off, this woman was gorgeous before she had any of this work done. Not in a freakish way, but in a way that apparently every woman in Sweden is somehow really hot.
Something in the water.
Yeah, but Pixie Fox didn't want to be Swedish pretty. She wanted to be Tinkerbell pretty. So she moved to the US, aka the land of plastic surgery, to become a huge Instagram star, I guess.
Yeah, she's got like 170,000 followers on.
Was it worth it?
Whatever, so yeah, she had her ribs removed by this totally ethical doctor right here. And now she's very happy to be so much closer to her goal of being a living cartoon character. Hell, even with doctors telling her to spend the next 6 weeks recovering, Pixie was back up out of bed doing terrifying photo shoots like this only 2 weeks after surgery. So, whatever, good for you. I don't who cares?
I wonder what would happen if she like decided to get like really fat, like fall off the wagon, and so she doesn't have the ribs.
Oh, it would just
and
be
it would just be like a huge balloon.
Like the Grimace.
Yeah, just feel like Grimace next. I also think it's funny because there was a not a rumor, but a conspiracy theory or urban legend about Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, bro, did you hear? He took out a bottom rib so he could suck his own dick.
Yeah, but apparently that wasn't true. But it's true.
Anyway, let's move on to headlines. But first, in news that absolutely shocked us to the core, that Australian Vietnamese man named Fuck Dat Bitch was apparently a fraud.
Yeah.
Making our headline from last week a lie. We're sorry.
Yeah, it always sucks to get conned.
Yeah.
But let's finally move on to the weirdest headlines we read this week from actual news sources. And by the way, that one was reported by actual news sources.
I know,
it got them too.
People were getting mad at me. I'm like, hey bro, it was on like a bunch of very, very reputable sources.
It was probably on Anderson Cooper, but I don't want to check. Anyways, hopefully none of these turn out to be fake, so let's get into them.
Price of 12 days of Christmas gifts rises to $34,130.99.
Please explain.
Mostly, like on the first day of Christmas, but
they actually pieced out everything and saw how much it would cost.
Yeah, apparently, so there's this site that has been doing this for like they've been doing it like since before the internet.
To measure inflation?
Yeah, it's actually it's a good measure of inflation.
Yeah.
So they said that it's actually sort of bottomed out a little bit, but that's still pretty expensive.
I wonder if some have gone up in value while others have dropped.
It's gotta be hard to find like 7 Lords of Leaping or whatever the number is there. Like,
yeah.
not too
Are
many
turtle
lords.
doves still real? Are they extinct?
Well, a dove is one animal and a turtle's another animal, so no, I don't know.
Just
turtle
stitch
doves
the two together.
What is there's golden rings? Gold's expensive.
We know this song apparently really well.
I don't know it well at all. What's the 12? Anybody?
Virgins? 12 virgins?
That's the 12 days of Ramadan.
Okay. You know what you should not get anyone for $30,000 for Christmas? A car. We were talking about that yesterday.
Really dumb.
Hey babe, got a car. Oh, you didn't consult me at all?
Oh god.
This is a major purchase.
Look at it, it's got a bow on it.
We need to recreate a Christmas commercial where the wife's just extremely pissed off.
I am so irate right now. I can't believe you did this.
I'm the one that balances the checkbook.
We have 2 kids and you got us a coupe? Yeah, but it's got a bow on it.
Don't you love it? Oh god, anyways. Jersey City stabbing victim tells cops he'll handle the situation his damn self.
I love this. He's like, I just got out of county. I ain't no snitch.
Yeah.
He's like just bleeding out at the hospital. I mean, he's got a code, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, he's from Jersey. He's gotta be tough.
And he's handling it him damn self.
Yeah.
Stephen Harper, former Canadian Prime Minister, nude painting sold to Vancouver man for $20,000.
I think that's less strange than if it's sold to someone outside of Canada.
The guy that bought it, he's just like, now that I have it on the wall, like every time I see it, I laugh. It's great.
Could you imagine? Yeah, apparently you can buy happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, just a painting of the former Prime Minister of Canada sitting in like the George Costanza, like Burt
great.
Reynolds sort of reclining thing. And I don't know if there's any wang or not. It's hard to get a full picture.
You know,
of
it'd be
it,
a better painting of a nude Canadian politician is was it Rob Ford or whatever the guy,
Rob Ford.
the crack-smoking mayor.
Yeah.
And he would just look great naked with a crack pipe in his mouth. And what else did he do? He did a bunch of stuff. You'll go read it. You'll read it.
Yeah.
Petition started to rename Kent's Canterbury West Station Kanye West Station.
Stupid.
Don't say anything wrong with this. When he's president, he's gonna rename everything.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be Kanye West.
Like, what other West puns can there be?
The Wild Kanye West.
Wild Kanye West, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
North by North. Yeah, well, yeah, his kid's already named Northwest.
Yeah.
South
He's
by
gonna
Kanye
remake
West.
the classic Hitchcock film,
Yeah.
North by North Kanye West.
South by Kanye West.
Cheese heist ends in truck rollover. 3 arrested.
Do people pull ice still?
Yeah. And to follow this up, the next headline, Niagara police officer convicted in cheese smuggling case. Both of these take place in Canada. Is cheese expensive in Canada? Can you tell us, please?
Yeah, what's up with cheese in Canada, guys? Oh, you know why? Because they put cheese all over the French fries.
Cheese curds.
It's cheese. They put it all over it. It's called poutine.
They're taking cheese
gravy.
from America, though, and our cheese is considered some of the worst in the world.
Close to Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin's nice.
But Niagara,
And they make the cheese curds.
In Wisconsin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Seems like kind of a silly thing to go to jail over.
I mean, poutine is delicious. Kansas buck survives 2 months with severed head locked in its antlers.
This buck is the most metal animal ever.
Yeah.
He's just walking, like, I don't, like, he must have fought with another buck and the other buck died in the
And
process.
he took his head as an award like hunters do in America and
But-
other countries.
so, like-
and mounted it on his wall, but he doesn't have a wall.
mounted it on his
so he
head,
mounted it on his head
face.
so he could look him right in the eyes every time.
I want to know how he got just the head separated, because presumably at some point he was attached to an entire other buck. So, like, when he was dragging this thing around, did he just, like, shake his head enough until, like, the head fell off?
Maybe like someone, a friendly person came by and was like, oh man, I should free that thing, and he couldn't get the head pulled off, so he's like, all right, well, if I cut the head off, maybe it'll just shake it off.
Why not just cut the whole thing off?
I don't know.
It's a mystery.
He wanted the head there, so he could.
Yeah.
No one's gonna
Stare in its
no
eyes.
one's gonna mess with me now.
It shows all the other bucks, like, you want to end up like this?
Yeah.
This guy?
I cut this other dude's head off, and I'm wearing it as a hat.
And he wears a t-shirt that says, this guy bucks.
Man sues BMW for long-lasting erection. And this one's really sad, actually.
Oh no, here we
It's,
go.
So he rode on a BMW motorcycle like 4 hours a day in his commute, and he's saying that the shape of the seat triggered a priapism in his dick that caused a 2-year erection.
What?
And now, after getting so many treatments on it, now he can get no erections. So he's
That's
like,
better than walking around hard all the time.
I don't know. At least then you're ready to go.
If you need to use it, you just tie a splint to it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he's blaming BMW for it.
I mean, I would too. I thought it was totally like one of those ego things where you have a small penis and you buy a BMW and it's like, hey ladies, it looks bigger now that I'm in this fancy car or whatever. Is that?
Yeah,
like
I don't
how-
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. BMW drivers are generally very mean, though. Mm-hmm. Creepy Japanese startup promises you a wake-up call from an underage girl. So, yeah. No more need for an alarm clock. Just, sign up for the service, and a high school-age girl will wake you up and probably giggle, like, with her hand over her mouth.
There was an app where you could sign in and it would have users who put in what time they wanted to wake
That
up.
was like,
it was like Wakely or something.
Yeah, wake the hell up or something
No,
like
Wakely.
that. Yeah.
And so I did it a couple times. It was very strange.
Yeah, I don't
Most of the time
want-
people wouldn't pick up. A lot of times you're like, hello? You're like, hey, time to get up. And they're like, it's just like you're
I
talking
signed
to
up for
people-
this thing. God damn it.
You're talking to people in literally the worst moment of their
Yeah,
day.
I don't wanna
having
do
to
that.
wake up.
Anyway, fun fact. Apparently, child porn only became illegal in Japan like 5 years ago. So that's fun.
Glad they got around to it.
But, you can still get a phone call from an underage girl if that's something that turns you on.
Where all of Jared's Subway money is going to go to that.
He could have just moved there, I guess. Ugh. Japan, you're weird.
They
Get
hate
it.
Subway there too.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All right, guys, watch our other content. We got a Tech Tuesday over here. We got an episode where we talk about how Sam Pepper is just screwing up all over the place, as if you're surprised. And then if you want to find out what we want for Christmas, check out our podcast. We talk about other stuff on there too, but the thumbnail is worth everything.
Yeah, the thumbnail was my pride and joy. It's going to go in the book that we will eventually release.
Yeah, place your cup here or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye.